Ciao guys, ciao ragazzi. It's the Milan-Guys Podcast, episode 23, the second one of the return in 2020. We're excited.
Ciao guys, ciao ragazzi.
We're excited to be back again.
Hey guys, what's up?
And
What's up?
it's a podcast after another win, which is good. So there's four of us here today. We have a couple people already live in. Thanks for watching, guys. We really appreciate it. Make sure you subscribe to us on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Google Play. We're everywhere, iHeartRadio. So let's just, we'll get right into it.
Head first, dive in.
Yeah, Milan 2, Roma 0 at the San Siro on Sunday. Honestly, I'll put my opinion first, and we'll kind of go around the table. Pretty sure we can all agree. Really boring first half. Like you can almost tell that both teams didn't really have any rhythm at all. There was no rhythm in the match at all, and you can tell that a lot of these players are not very fit right now either. I can vividly see that. But obviously in the second half, after Pioli made a couple substitutions, he brought on Salamakers for Castillejo, and he brought on Lucas Paquetá for Bonaventura. I think that almost changed. I think that changed the game. I think that changed Milan's dynamic, and we were able to find more space in between that Roma defense. I'm actually surprised that we were able to find a goal that had a 0-0 draw written all over it. I'm going to be honest. But in the second half, Milan enjoyed more of the chance. Like we had more of the ball. We had more chances. Paquetá had a chance. Hakan had a chance. Hakan should have scored in the first half as well. Teo put in a cross. All he had to do was head it down. And yeah, so the second half was much better than the first. And Pioli's team is playing good football right now. It has to be said. So we'll go with TMG Mike. We'll start with him first. Kind of go around the table. What are your thoughts? What were your thoughts on Milan 2, Roma 0?
I mean, you summed it up pretty well. Like, obviously, the first half was quite boring, and definitely Çalhanoğlu should have scored that, but it did really look like a 0-0 tie written all over it. And then I think this, like you said it best, the second half definitely changed with Pioli subs. Bonaventura wasn't having that great of a game. It was just straight long ball FC to Rebic, and that really wasn't working. And I'm not the biggest fan of Paquetá, but he came in and did a pretty good job. It's because he didn't overdo himself and try to be all fancy, which is I think why he did really good. And also Salamakers was a good insertion. I didn't really get it at the beginning because Castillejo was doing really good, but I understand he's also on a yellow. Plus, we're going to be playing every 3 days basically, so we got to keep these subs up. So it was good, and I really think that was a tipping point of the game. So shout out to Pioli for those subs because that game had 0-0 written all over it. But I also think, not discrediting us in what way or Pioli, whatever, but I think Roma were also aided us in that win as well by taking off Dzeko for no reason whatsoever, and also Kluivert, two guys who, even though Dzeko he was in Romagnoli's pocket all game, it's still Dzeko, right? He's a threat, but Kluivert was really making it hard for us. So when I saw those guys come off, I'm like, okay.
Yeah,
and then obviously, the man, the myth, the legend, Kalinic comes on, you're just doomed at that point.
I mean, when Kalinic came on, I got a little bit nervous, to be honest. Has to be said. I thought, imagine if this freaking goof comes in and scores the winner against
It'd be the most Milan thing ever, yeah.
Oh, for sure. He'd be laughing in our face. Yeah, so, hey. Just kidding. Yeah, honestly, I think Pioli did a great job. Again, I've honestly, in my opinion, we can talk about this later in the show, but Pioli's done a pretty good job since coming in to rescue the team. Was it in November, I believe he came in? November. Yeah, excuse me, November it was. And I think it was November. It might have been October. I'm not even sure anymore. It
feels like a lifetime ago.
It feels like a lifetime ago, especially with COVID and everything.
October 2019.
Yeah, October. Okay. So yeah, I think Pioli's done. Honestly, obviously Milan, the quality isn't always there, but I feel like this season we can't really say that we shithouse or anything like that. I think we play pretty good football. It's just we've always had an issue of scoring goals and finishing and everything. It always, and you guys probably agree, Milan always looks good until we get near the area. and then you get into the box, and then no one knows what to do anymore. That's it.
It becomes a freestyle.
Exactly. So yeah, does anybody else have any? It wasn't that much of an eventful match against Roma, but does anybody else have anything to add about that match?
Yeah, I have to say you guys make great points. I have to say Pioli did, I think, win the game with those subs, Salas Marker and Paquita coming in, because first half we were just very slow. Like you said, Mike, Rebic with those long balls, he's not the type to hold it up. And just going forward, we had no plan at all, and it was just awful. And I think Pioli made those right changes. Salas Marker was great, and it just shows you in a way how against Lecce we were great with Castelleo, Chanologo, but against big teams like Roma we struggle, and that's the problem. And it shows that, all right, you got Chanologo who can perform well, Castelleo who can perform well against teams like Lecce because they're Lecce, of course, but that's the problem when we face teams like Juventus, Lazio, Atalanta, Roma, Napoli. All right, those guys do not perform to that level, and that's the problem. But overall, I think Kessie, Benacer were great in the middle during the game. I think the past two games they showed really good partnership, and I have to say Romagnoli and Simon Kier, great partnership too as well. Those guys really hold up the defense. Simon Kier, I think with the amount he cost, I believe like $3 million, we have the option to buy him. I think he's worth it.
I'm not even sure if it's an option. It should be. We should have bought him already.
I would, yeah. Milan should do it right away because his experience shows.
No, but for $3 million, like he speaks the language too. Like he speaks Italian. Like he's played here before. Like I think he played for Roma. I believe
he played for Roma, Atalanta, Palermo.
Yeah, exactly. So like he speaks the language. He knows the game. He knows Serie A. He's strong. He doesn't really make too many mistakes, and that's what we're looking for out of a defender, right? Especially as a partner for Romagnoli, who has been looking for a solid partner since he's arrived here, realistically, right? So, yeah, I think that Kier is a very good defender, and I feel like not redeeming him would be an awful move. It's already said that we're going to redeem Salamakers, so.
What I'm hearing is that Simon Kier and Salas Markers for a total of $7 million. So with buying those two guys for a total of $7 million, I think that's a great deal. And I think I'll have to do it.
Well, like they're low risk purchases, right? Low risk because they're not. Even if you redeem them, right? It's not like they're on €200,000 a week. They're not.
Yeah, exactly. But the thing is also with like the amortized value in contracts. Say for example, you sign them, you give them each 2-3 year contracts. What are they worth each every single year? They're worth 1.5 million, 2 million. So like it's nothing. All you gotta do is make one sale and you make your profit on those guys.
No, exactly. And then I don't know. So I guess let's move on from the Roma, and then we'll get to mercato, then we'll talk about the fixtures upcoming after. I like that. So it was said that yesterdday Calabria's agent Lucci, I think it's Lucci, right?
Andrea Lucci.
Yeah, he was at Casa Milan for a couple hours because apparently there's a lot of offers for Davide Calabria and Bologna. Bologna apparently is the biggest suitor for him.
Man that launched him.
I can see Calabria going to a team like Bologna. I feel like that'd be a good fit.
Yeah.
I don't think Calabria is an awful player, but I think he's more of a player for a team like Bologna. Like Bologna, like a Sassuolo, like a Torino, something like that, who they have some quality, but they're not looking to make the Champions League, right? They're just kind of making them maybe squeaking to the Europa League spot if they have a good season, but to stay in the top half of the table, that's their goal, right? So, and again, we've talked about this last podcast too, but it'd be plus Valenza, right? Whatever we sell him for is plus Valenza because we didn't pay anything for him. We grew up in our youth system, so. Yeah.
Milan need a little bit of that after those the reports of the loss they just had.
Yeah, well, grazie Gazidis. No, I'm just kidding.
He's a lot of people may look at him as like an evil person that's like not doing anything good for the team. But hey, like if games were being played and tickets were being sold, it would have only been the losses. They predicted around like 4 million euros.
not that bad.
And hey, that's almost less 100 from last year.
Well,
he came in to do one job, and he's doing it well.
Well, you might look at like the economics more than I do, but like someone like a Juve, what are they losing every year too? Are they
because they're selling their shit players to Atalanta and selling them.
They're selling guys like.
I shouldn't use Juve because they're freaking financial doping all the time.
You just saw 2 examples in the last 12 hours of financial doping.
Absolute show.
Let's talk about that. Tell me how Barcelona. Tell me how they say, okay, we're going to give away our 23-year-old Artur, who's great, low blocks, and is a promising player who can get better. Let's do that for Pjanic, who's basically like 75% finished. Let's do that for 10 million. Are we serious? Come on, like, and then Atalanta, who play better football than Juve, probably deserve way more than Juve do this season. They're buying some shit wanker who no one. I don't even think Juve fans have heard of this guy before yesterday.
I think if I read correctly, he made one senior appearance, and it was like for less than 15 minutes.
It was yesterday. Yeah, he made it yesterday or 2 days ago.
It was the last match that he did it?
Yeah. Okay, think about this. He never played a game, and then there's rumors others are going to buy him, and he comes on for 13 minutes. Tell me that's not a coincidence. Like, come on, man. Like,
I hate them so much.
Oh my god, it's such a cheat, man. And you talk to Juventini, it's like, oh yeah, there's no financial doping. Are you crazy? Remember when we were selling Locatelli?
15 minutes. Simone Muratore.
Yeah, he played 15 minutes against
Lecce.
Yeah, it was.
I only heard of him because of the report. Yeah, I never heard of him before.
He came in, and he made Juve score those extra 2 goals. It might be well worth the 7 million. Nah, I'm joking.
Yeah.
You could have put us in there. We would have done the same thing.
We did it the week before.
If you put me in there with some Kodiak boots or something, I could do the same thing. Just going around with some winter boots on, just a couple touches. No, but like, I don't know if you remember when we sold Locatelli, it was like a struggle to get whatever it was with Sassuolo, like a loan with an option.
Yeah, well, prestito con diritto di riscatto, a loan with option to buy at 13.5 and no buyback option because Locatelli, for some reason, didn't want that. He wants to carve out his new career in Sassuolo.
Yeah, exactly.
He had too much pride in himself.
Yeah, so, but he's actually developed into a nice player, honestly, Locatelli.
He's shit.
But yeah, I still think he's okay, like an average player, but he's going to be like another Cutrone, another Calabria, who they're just going to leave, and they're going to be average players. Unless, listen, they can prove me wrong, but you can see it. Cutrone is not the same. Locatelli's he's gotten a bit better, but he's at that.
But he wouldn't start. That's the thing. You got to look at it this way. You got to say, of all the youth that we sold, which one would start for the team?
Donnarumma is the only guy.
And he's on the team.
Wait, hold on. Are you talking about the youth that have been sold already?
Yeah, let's just say the youth that's been sold, the young players that have been sold in the last he would not start.
Yeah,
there was no way.
The only player that would start is Donnarumma. That's the only guy.
But the thing is, he's gonna be on our team for the next 10, 15 years. So there's no.
We hope.
So Rinnovo.
No. Did you hear what Pioli said in his pre-match press?
I thought he said that he doesn't see Donnarumma like being away from Milan. No, isn't that what he said?
I mean, we said that about 4 years ago too.
Saying Donnarumma is the best goalie in the world, and now Donnarumma can be
Maldini said that.
Milan.
Maldini said that, right?
Yeah, Maldini.
Wait, hold on. Wait. What did Pioli say? I didn't listen to it. I just kind of saw like an article. I thought he said that I thought it was positive, wasn't it? I thought he said that he was that he doesn't see like Donnarumma away from Milan.
Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah, no, that's what I want to say. He doesn't see Donnarumma away from Milan.
Honestly, I don't. I think Donnarumma loves Milan. I think he knows that. Think about it. Milan, he's been there for so long. Like he might not want to leave. He's a superstar. He gets paid well. He's paid handsomely. Like, is there anything really to complain about? Yeah, I understand the success hasn't been there, but realistically, he's Milanista now. Like, he's not. Where's he gonna go? He's never gonna play for Juve. I guarantee it. He'll never go to Juve. After I saw him flip off the Juve fans a couple of years ago at J Stadium when we got screwed with a 97-minute penalty, the Phantom handball, After I saw him kiss the badge in front of their fans, he's not leaving. He's
That
not.
was the best moment ever I've seen from Donnarumma. That's glued
Kissing
in
the
my
badge.
mind.
I wanted to smash my TV when that happened.
Sorry, which Phantom had ball? Because there's been about 20 in the last 2 years.
Sorry, no, Mike. It was the one. Remember?
No, I know. I'm just taking the piss.
Yeah. Remember the Shilio? We had a great one. It was 1-1 draw. Okay, take the point.
It's
The
still
Shilio,
left my head.
his arm is by his side, not even in the air. Not even in the air. His arm's by his side, and they call it. And then I remember, like I think Andrea Poli was gonna go kill the referee. He was trying to kill him, and Montella was like
super sub energy, Andrea Poli.
Hey man, I loved Poli so much. I got his jersey, man. Like that was peak banner. Yeah, I remember when we bought him from Sampdoria. It was like it was con proprietà, or it was like they bought 50% of him at the time for 3.5 million euros. Oh my god, it was amazing. What a bargain.
Isn't it hilarious?
He scored the first goal of the season that year when Milan lost 2-1 to Verona when Luca Toni scored 2 beautiful headers on us.
Yeah.
If I recall correctly.
Yeah, I remember that game vividly. I remember that the first game of the season, Andrea Poli scored. I think it was a Balotelli assist. I'm like, oh my god, Poli, what a player! And then it was Luca Toni, right?
Luca Toni scored 2. He scored 1 right before half, and then he scored 1 like the 60-something minute.
Luca sei per me numero uno.
I think his best moment was his last game against Juve, where he scored those goals, and then they end up beating Juventus.
Yeah,
that was amazing.
Wasn't Luca Toni? Wasn't he the capocannoniere that year?
Yeah, I think he was. Yeah,
he was the capo. I think he had like 22 goals at 38 years old.
Yeah, he did well. He did well in his Renaissance years.
He's a good player.
I actually want to read that statement that Pioli said about Donnarumma.
Yeah, read it.
He's determined and very attached to Milan. I think he will make the best decision for himself. I don't see him far from Milan. I haven't talked to him about the future. We are focused on the season, he concluded. So, I think Pioli loves Donnarumma. He's speaking very highly about him, but I'm sure Donnarumma will renew. It's just the question mark, and everyone just always questions when this comes into play. Is because that his agent, anything can happen because he's demanding a buyout clause, which
a low one. Apparently, rumors are stating around like 50-60 million euros, which
that's so low.
Chelsea redeemed Kepa's at what 87, 88?
I know. I think it was around 75 or something.
Yeah, Gigi was like 10 times better than Kepa.
Like, come on, guys, no cap. Like, we're none of us are.
We would be in Serie C
when we say Donnarumma is a top 5 keeper in the world right
now. I think so.
Of course, if you look at his shot stopping ability, there's not many better than him.
I think it's the amount of saves, the amount of games. Dude, he kept us in the Champions League race last season.
Yeah,
we would have been relegated so many times, though.
Man, he won Juve Scudetto too when he saved Milik's shot in like the 94th minute.
I know, he did. That was an amazing save.
Amazing, but with terrible consequences.
Yeah, but we needed the point too, though, for our.
We did for the Europa League.
We needed the point. It's because we played we were Gattuso ball. Freaking knew how to play.
As soon as Donnarumma came in for Abbiati, there was a huge difference.
Diego Lopez.
Oh, Diego Lopez. Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was Diego Lopez.
Diego Lopez. I still remember Galdiani brought him in for free, gave him 2 million euro. He did well. Then the Parma game happened.
Yeah. It was the own goal, and then he got hurt.
What is that? His back heel. What a beauty!
I'll never forget the Parma game.
Wait, is it the next game against Sassuolo? That's when Mihailovic threw Donnarumma in right away.
Donnarumma in there. I think we won. They won 2-1. Yeah, 2-1. I think it was Cipriano.
Pardon? Sorry?
It was a Cipriano header, wasn't it?
I'm trying to think. I don't know. I don't recall. But I recalled Sassuolo's goal. It was like a free kick from the close right-hand side.
It was a nice goal.
Berardi curled it.
It was a nice goal. Like, Donnarumma could do anything about it.
No, it was nothing.
Donnarumma is a staple with me. Like, if he leaves, we're back at square one. It has to be said that I remember 2 years ago, TMG Mike, you remember that. I remember 2 years ago when We did that podcast while Milan announced that he wasn't going to renew his contract and everything.
Oh yeah,
And that was
bad memories.
I'll be honest, I was very hateful towards Milan-Roma during that time.
We all were.
Yeah.
It took a while to kind of forgive him and understand. I think now it's where everyone's back to where we were before.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Do you guys remember that banner in the Serie A game?
Yeah,
we did all this, and we signed your parasite brother as well.
Yeah, your parasite brother. Yeah, that was bad.
And then Antonio comes in and keeps a clean sheet against Inter in the Copa semis.
I think Antonio Donruma's played 2 games, and I think he's 2 clean sheets, I believe.
2 clean sheets in 2 games.
2 games, 2 clean sheets. But man, he's living the dream. Lives in Milan.
Apparently, that guy was really good on the youth team. Like he
What,
came
back
to
in the day?
Yeah, Antonio Donnarumma was apparently one of Milan's like brightest pupils.
Back in the day.
Yeah.
Because he's like 30. He's like 30.
So I don't know what happened to him.
He's living the dream, man. He's a third choice keeper, and he makes probably like 50,000 a week at least.
He's living the Tommaso Berni life, but he actually
he has two red cards in 7 years or 5 years. Hasn't played
6 years, 0 games in 6 years, 2 red cards in 2020. You gotta love it.
So I guess we'll talk about we talked about it last week with the mercato a bit, but now a week later, the only I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I'm kind of sick. I don't even look. I'm sick and tired of hearing these stupid names just over and over.
It's the same ones.
It's the same ones, and it's different paper saying different things. Like the Corriere dello Sport saying one thing, Mediaset saying the other thing, and you got Di Marzio saying nothing because he's interista, and you got freaking.
No, because he also sold his soul to the BPL.
Yeah, he did. He's kind of a dick. Like, what the hell? Come on. Why does he care about the Premier League?
I think Milan Twitter bullied him.
You think so?
Oh, yes.
I think so.
Remember in the summer, or was it
with the Inter jersey? Or with the Inter flag?
Yeah, with the Inter jersey. Because all he did was talk about Inter. He was talking about Inter.
Yeah, but no, we have the Milan reporters. So what's it? Antonio Vitiello. He's very good. Very well.
He's the si tocca con mano. That's hilarious. That's what got
even Vito's good too.
Vito Angela, yeah. Milan has 2 good ones right there.
We do, but the problem is that they're not really saying too much right now. It's all the other papers talking.
Yeah.
But I'd rather them say nothing and only mean it when there's something there than rather just bullshit every day.
You're right. But also, I don't want to hear the same bullshit about Rangnick every single day. Like, imagine Pioli read the newspaper every morning.
Since when? February?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, imagine how can you be focused? Like he's so professional, Pioli.
Pioli is your average Italian gentleman that goes to work, rolls up his sleeve, does whatever has to be done.
I think he's a good coach. I feel like
I really hope if we do get Rangnick and Pioli leaves, I really wish him the best and hope he goes to a good team because he deserves it.
Yeah. Honestly, I feel like he can go. Honestly, so say he does leave, whatever. I feel like he can go to a team like a Torino.
Top 5.
No, a Torino, like a Torino, if De Zerbi leaves, like a Sassuolo.
Not even. I think top 5. I say just to say, Gattuso ends up leaving, or
even if Iachini gets fired from Fiorentina, he goes back to Fiorentina. Maybe I don't know.
That'd be nice.
I'm not sure how good of a coach Iachini.
A new owner, new project, new ambition. Fiorentina, that could work well.
See,
the thing is, I already see Pioli as doing so well with such a distraught and
team.
Yeah.
Team.
Okay, yeah. I didn't want to say it, but yeah. I think he can convince big teams to sign him too. I think if the Fonseca project doesn't work in Rome, I think they'll be looking at thing. Right away.
I think Fonseca is actually a pretty good coach, to be honest with you.
No, obviously he's good, but it all depends. All coaches have their expiry dates on them.
Well, I mean, every sport, a coach is hired to be fired, right?
Exactly.
So,
if the coach can't bring you success, look at Pioli. Pioli brought success is such a terrible tool.
You got to think too. In the start of 2020, we had we won 4 games in a row. 4 games in a row.
Yeah, we were unbeaten for 4 or 5 games.
You know what I'm pissed off at personally is the the game right before COVID shut it down. We lost 2-1
against Genoa.
That was bad. We absolutely dominated, and they had no business winning that game.
Oh, that was
We
terrible.
lost 2-1. That was bad. And
just to say we won that game, we would have been tied with points with Napoli. And
I wish we had those
right there.
I wish we had those 3 points. That's the problem. But
we would have been nipping at Roma's ankles.
Yeah.
So we're right there with Roma, but obviously I think the top 4 is kind of confirmed now. I don't think Atalanta's going to slip up.
No, they look perfect.
I don't think Atalanta's going to slip up. I mean, Inter
They
got
look like a
super
well-oiled
lucky.
machine.
Inter got super lucky against Parma. They had
Oh, yes,
benefited us too, though.
they had no business winning that game at all. But I don't know
But you never want to see Inter do well. Like, Inter.
No, you're right. But we did need Parma.
We need Parma to lose, yeah.
Never.
The tie would have been better.
I said it last week. I'll say it every podcast. I want to make the Europa League. We have to get into a European spot because you
play
have
those extra 10 games this season.
exactly. And
At least.
when you're trying to get a player, you say, "Listen, we made the Europa League. We're on our way back, and our next goal is the Champions League." If you say, "Yeah, we actually finished outside of both. We're just going to make a jump 5 places next season," they're going to say, "No, you're not." It's part of the project, right? So, and remember, with Napoli winning the Coppa, they get the automatic Europa League spot. So the 7th place team gets the Europa League spot, which we're in right now.
Mhm.
Obviously, we're fighting with Hellas Verona, Cagliari, Parma. You know what? If Roma slips up a bit, like if we can win some games, and we'll get into this in basically now, I guess. So you look at the table. There's 10 games left. There's 10 games. There's a maximum of 30 points available. I look at Milan's schedule. I'm looking at it right now.
The back-to-back games.
Right now. Tomorrow we got Spal. Honestly, it's a winnable game. I'm not, with all due respect to Spal, it's a winnable game.
No, it's not a winnable game. It is a must-win game.
Yeah.
It's a must-win.
There are no excuses.
I just hate playing on the road. I hate playing out away.
Well, there's no fans, so I
But
think
there's no
it's a
such
lot
thing as
easier.
road advantage now.
I know there's no fans.
Yeah.
So
That's why I'm happy we still have games against like Lazio and Napoli still to play. Because on paper,
we play
like,
Juve again too.
Yeah, but that's when the San Siro should have been filled with 80,000 fans.
You're right, but Juve doesn't matter. We can have the best game of our lives. The referee will make sure.
Yeah, exactly.
But
They'll have Valeri officiate.
They'll have Valeri or friggin' Rizzoli. I think Rizzoli's gonna come back out of VAR retirement. Or his coach might come ref the match.
What are the next 4 matches? They got
we got Spal tomorrow. Saturday we got Lazio at the Olimpico. Then Tuesday Juve at San Siro, and then the Sunday we have Napoli at the San Paolo.
I think those 4. Oh, okay. Then let's talk about also the 5th game against Parma on Wednesday, July 15th. I think
Wednesday is huge.
I think those next 5 games define the team that Milan, the team that Milan is.
Yeah, for sure. Because if you can get obviously we'd be stupid if we're gonna say we have to beat Lazio, Juve, Napoli. We're not gonna win all 3.
No, yeah, we'd be lying to ourselves if we say Milan are gonna collect 15.
No, we're not.
15 points.
However, a realistic objective would be.
I honestly say a realistic objective that we must reach is 9 points.
9 points. 9 points.
I think that happening, but I think the main thing is beating Spal and Parma.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
If you lose, you're right. Parma's big because Parma's that's a 6-point game, right? 6-point game us in Parma. We're fighting with them, so that's the biggest game, and even Napoli too, because you want to stay close with them. So basically, you look at the Spal, Lazio, Juve, Napoli, Parma, 5 games. You want 15 points, but obviously, if we can go 3-2, 9 points, that's good. That means we're going to be in the top 6. I think we can go 3-2.
Obviously, I would accept a loss to Lazio and Juve because of who the teams are.
I would accept a loss to them, but you know what? I feel like we can give Juve a run for their money at San Siro. They don't play good football at all. They're not good.
Well, guys, you saw what happened in the first game that we came back, Coppa Italia. We performed well with 10 men. So Zlatan coming back, the team's going to change around.
Can you imagine at full strength?
Yes, and we already have just better physicality right now with being so many games in already. So I think Milan actually have a really good chance about beating Juve July 7th. Lazio, it's going to be difficult, but I say we can still do it.
Hey, last year they should have beaten Lazio. Should have beaten Lazio last year, and then that Juan Manuel Correa stupid goal went in the 94th minute.
That was so unlucky. That was so unlucky. Actually, I was so angry when that happened because that was like the
and that was like our B'est of B teams playing.
Yeah, because everybody was hurt. Everybody was hurt, suspended, right?
That was a back line of like Simic, Zapata, Calabria.
Yeah.
And it's like I don't even think Ricardo Rodriguez was playing at the time.
No, he wasn't. He wasn't playing. He wasn't. He honestly, it's weird. So, okay, yeah, obviously it'd be like if you lose a Lazio and Juve, it's not a big deal. But you have to beat Spal now.
Because like you kind of expect it, but you're also not hoping for it.
Well,
like, you're anticipating it.
The problem is Napoli is a tough match to San Paulo, especially because they're actually playing with a lot of confidence.
And they have a coach. They have a coach that knows how to play good defensive football.
Yeah, he knows us well, Gattuso. So it's going to be difficult. I think out of all those games, I would say Lazio and Napoli will be the toughest. That's what I'm.
I honestly think Napoli is going to be the toughest of the 5.
I think so too.
In my opinion.
I think it helps Lazio, already having played Juve, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Well, we kind of know. We played Juve 3 times.
Juve, like the last times we played, Conte has always pocketed Ronaldo. Dybala, it's literally been Dybala having like little chances, just off like the smallest of mistakes, like of a great game, and that's the only way Juve ever has the edge.
I mean, other than that, I don't know if you watched the match, but Juve were getting outplayed by Lecce.
But then see when Juve want to score. They scored 2 goals.
But it was Lecce got the red card. When Lecce got the red card, they didn't change. But in the 30 minutes before the red card, Lecce had the chance. They had the.
It was a good little game.
And you saw what we did to Lecce. I don't think Lecce even had many scoring chances. I don't think they had any scoring chances against us. So like, you look at that, Juve are very, very beatable.
No, Lecce had the 2 really nice scoring chances at the end of the first half against us. No. They should have scored. Lapadula
yeah, but that one was kind of like it was. It bounced. It hit. I think it was Benacer's head, and then it put. You know what I mean? It hit. I think Benacer he misjudged the header, and it hit his head, and then put Lapadula on the break. You know what I mean? So like.
Yes, that's what happened. Yeah,
but like you know what I mean. We weren't in trouble against Lecce in the slightest.
Never were.
So I have a question for you guys. So now Pioli said it's up to Zlatan to decide whenever he's ready to play. So
he's kind of soft, to be honest. A bit soft.
You think he's playing Wednesday or he's going to play Saturday?
He's soft. He's not going to play either.
You don't think either? Really?
He's too busy tweeting about how he's God and his children. He's not even playing.
No, you got it all. You got it all wrong, bro. I'm sorry.
What do you mean?
Why am I gonna waste myself in a Lecce game when I know the team should be capable enough of being
No, that's his mentality. Like that makes sense.
I'm not rushing back to get injured right away. And when I know I have 3 important games between Lazio, Juve, and Napoli to play, I'd rather be fully properly healthy to play the big teams where you need like the Zlatan effect. Like, okay, Roma, on paper, you wouldn't need him against Roma, but thankfully we pulled that out. Like against Spal tomorrow, if we want to be a good team again, you shouldn't have to rely on a 38-year-old Zlatan.
Okay, but we don't have another prima punta. That's the issue, right?
It doesn't matter. We should still play enough to get the ball good enough to Rebic or Leao, whoever comes in, and create chances. We shouldn't have to rely on Zlatan to bail us out.
I agree with that. But however, you can't just throw Zlatan on Saturday against Lazio. Okay, you haven't played in 6 months here. He has to play against.
Sub him on against Spal, like in the 60th minute.
And when he's not called up, then he's soft. If he's not called up, because
also could be Pioli too.
No, I think he's fine. I agree with Mike. I think he's going to come in either Wednesday, second half, maybe 60th, 70th minute if he gets called up for the game. Or worst case scenario, he's going to just play Saturday against Lazio because, like Mike said, those are the big games: Lazio, Juventus, and Napoli. Because Zlatan, I think no matter what, you throw that guy in the game, that guy's making.
He's always going to be a difference maker. Always.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if he hasn't played in a while. He's one of those rare guys where he doesn't need a few games to get his in game legs under him. Like, he's just one of those guys. You just throw him in and he works. He's really rare like that.
True, but how many times has he not played for 6 months almost?
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. He's one of those guys where it doesn't affect him.
I guess,
but he already has that mindset.
Yeah,
like,
but
he has
Mike, to throw him in 4 games in 12 days when he hasn't, you know what I mean? He has to have a warm up. There has to be some sort of warm up. And a team like Spa would be he should play at least 50 minutes. 45 to 50 minutes.
No, I totally I agree. Like, I see both your points, but I think against Spal, he's gonna have the exact same little 30-minute appearance like he did with Sampdoria. Like, when he should. He should. He has to. But then again, I don't think this is just his decision. I think this is upper management coaching decision. I think they see harder games ahead for competition, and they're like, yeah, why should we waste your what you can give out now when we have the resources to handle the opportunities that we're facing or the tasks we're facing. Let's save you against the good matches.
Yeah, because plus he's 38 years old. He's not that type of player, to play 2 days after, Saturday again, to play a full game.
I'm just worried that because we have so many games in such a little time, little time period, we play Saturday, then Tuesday, then Sunday, then Wednesday. So think about that. There's 4 games in less than 2 weeks, realistically, and you're just gonna be like, okay, Zlatan, these are important games. Go play. And I mean, he got hurt. I mean, it wasn't good that he got. It actually kind of scares me that he got hurt during COVID when they weren't even doing hard training. I don't think because they weren't even touching each other yet. I'm not. That's kind of worried me. Well, I remember when he got hurt, the first thing was that people said that his career was done. he tore his ACL. That's what they said.
That's also Italian media being the way.
No. But even all these football accounts were saying, Zlatan's done, whatever, and then they did tests and it was a calf strain.
Yeah, but because lions recover different than humans, so
whatever. I love Ibra. He's one of my favorite players of all time. But just if this is his last stint of his career with Milan, come back.
We'll see him play. Don't worry.
I don't want to wait. We've already played, 3 games of the Coppa Italia, and he hasn't come. If he's not called, okay, put it this way: if he's called up tomorrow, and he's not going to start. If he doesn't come on tomorrow, I'll be mad. But if he's not called up, I'll be very mad if he's not called up. Because if you're training every day, you're definitely fit enough to be called up on the bench. What are you doing? You're sitting there. Why can't you be called up? If you're training every day and tweeting out that you're God with his children, why can't you come on the bench? It's true. I know you. I love you. I have his jersey in 2011. I love him. But I want to see him play. We're paying him a lot of money to pay.
I also think it gives responsibility that he's not there to other guys like Leao and Rebic. Listen, if you want to really earn your spot on your team and make your stripes known on this team, to show us why we don't need Ibra next year. Show us that we can rely on you instead. It gives him a sense of responsibility. On this team, there hasn't been a sense of responsibility. Everyone just kind of plays individual. If I'm Leao or Rebic, I'm like, I'm going to show why we don't need Ibra on this team because they can rely on a younger version of me. They don't need him anymore next year going forward. That's the way it's like a blessing in disguise. Show us why we don't need him. You know what I mean? Obviously at the end of the day, Ibra's the most talented. Don't get it twisted, but at the same time, it's it also these guys are all super competitive and cocky guys, right? Hey, you give them a little bit of a challenge, they're gonna run with it. So honestly, it's healthy competition.
You're right, but Rebic and Leao are both not prima puntas. They're not.
No, of course not.
So it's tough to play. And then if we don't get results, we're gonna look. For example, and I know you guys will agree. I know it will happen. If we lose tomorrow 2-1, we couldn't score a goal. You're gonna say, "Fuck." Ibra if we would have had Ibra, we would have won that game. And you're going to say, wait, why didn't he play? Because a game like Spal is more important than a game against Juve. I'm telling you, it is.
Oh, I agree.
Yeah.
That's a must win.
You lose. Like last year, we didn't make the Champions League because we tied Parma 1-1, Bruno Alves. It wasn't because we lost to Juve twice. It was because we tied Parma.
It's also because Piontek couldn't score a goal in 3 months.
But it was also because Inter got black magic luck in the last match day as well. Empoli didn't score, but that's another conversation for another day. But But what I'm trying to say is that games like Spal and Parma, those are more important than us beating Lazio, because Lazio are far away from us in the table. Them beating us means nothing to me. Like, obviously, I want the points and to be extra, but you have to win the games you're supposed to win. That's what I say to my friends who like teams in other leagues. You have to win the games that you're supposed to win, and the other games are extra. The games
those are the games that make the actual difference.
What? Which one?
The games that you have to win. Like, if you don't collect
Yeah.
all 3 points against teams like that, then you look back at the end of the season, like we just did right now, and think back like, oh my god, that tie with Parma, like those are 2 points that we needed. Or like that 0-0 tie with Fiorentina last year or like 2018 December.
Yeah.
Which was crucial as well. You think, oh my god, how did we not collect all 3 points there against a terrible team?
Yeah.
Penalty. Let me say, Romagnoli touched the ball, but like incidents like those that we should.
That was bullshit. Romagnoli got
bullshit.
That was bullshit.
That game.
3 points.
He fell. He made it look good, and then what actually pissed me off, I'm sure that all of you guys agree that he was celebrating, which kind of pissed me off a lot.
Yeah, it was bullshit. I was actually at Milan Club Toronto watching that, and it was a beautiful challenge. He got the ball. It wasn't, and then the fact that they have VAR. I mean, you just know that someone else is making the calls.
Yeah, useless VAR. Because we saw the pictures on Twitter. If you can actually see the difference on Twitter that he touched the ball, and you got those morons in the box over there who are looking at videos and they're going like, every second, and then they can't tell the difference. I think those guys are absolutely garbage.
I'm not sure they're morons. I'm not sure if they're morons. I think they're freaking paid off. I think it's what it is. I don't think they're.
Yeah, listen, probably that too. I wouldn't.
And it has to be said, ever since that Montari goal in 2012, Milan have not gotten the benefit of calls, especially in big matches. Has to be said. Hardly at all since Montari. Penalty for Torino. Rigore. Penalty for Torino.
I just want to say, outside of Serie A, breaking news: Sane is going to Bayern Munich.
Yeah, I saw that. Sane.
It's official now.
Yeah, well, it was from Fabrizio Romano.
Yeah,
and they got Kouassi too.
Well, Bayern Munich.
Here we go.
He gave the here we go.
Yeah,
he gave the here we go.
Yeah.
You see the Oshiman from Ligue 1 is going
to Napoli. He's gonna go vacation in Napoli for a couple of days to see if
he's going on vacation to see if he likes it.
Oh, that's gonna be beautiful. He's gonna go to a pizzeria and Oshi, come here, mangia la pizza. Let's go. Forza Napoli.
Immobile is suspended against Milan.
Yeah, amazing.
Yeah, Immobile is suspended. He's got a yellow card for arguing.
No, but there's several games before that.
What do you mean? We played on Saturday.
No, that was their league match.
Yeah. Wow, no way. That's insane.
Belotti, I think he's going to miss, personally.
Yeah,
he's going up. No, thanks.
It's true that Immobile is not playing Saturday.
Yeah.
He just got suspended. He just got a yellow card, so he missed.
It's true.
That is massive for us.
That's big
live
for us.
On the podcast.
It's not good for Juve, though, because now Juve are going to win the league.
I still think Juve is going to win the league.
Nah, they were going to win anyway.
Yeah.
So was there ever really any doubt?
No.
If the break did not happen, I think Lazio would have won the league.
Yeah, maybe. The breaks.
They also extended it a week later, so Juve can just win another game and then be sat pretty at first place.
I know, isn't that hilarious?
Yeah.
But until you put out a team that on paper is as good as Juve, I don't think there are going to be any.
Yeah, and then on Milan I, they just tweeted Immobile has been booked and will miss Lazio's game against Milan. So that means we're going to have to play against Correa and Caicedo.
But those guys are still dangerous guys.
Yeah, they are. But I don't care. I just want to collect the maximum points.
I'm happy that a guy who scored up to date 28 league goals, 29, 28.
Yeah, 28.
I'm happy that we're not going against him. I'm sure Kjaer and Romagnoli were probably watching this game right now and they laughed. Yeah, they laughed when Immobile got that yellow card.
Oh, for sure. Well, for sure.
They're probably thinking, "Oh my God, my life just got a lot easier on Saturday."
Well, yeah. I mean, I think Lazio's is still tough. The way they play is tough. The problem,
of course.
I'm so jealous of a team like Lazio because they've had so much continuity. They had so much continuity over the past couple of years, and this is why they're so good. They have the same coach. They've kept most of their players, and they have a project, and they add to it when they need it. And they have the same coach putting his philosophy in, and they had a couple bad seasons. I think last season they finished like 8th or something, right? Lazio great. Finished behind us. And now look at them. They were able, in the summer when Milinkovic-Savic, everybody wanted him. They kept him. Good player. They got Correa on the low. Immobile is Immobile. And then they added guys like Johnny and
Lazzari has been really good for them.
Lazzari has been their acquisition, their best acquisition in time.
What are we doing wrong? I guess we can talk about that. What the hell are we doing wrong?
Because we get a new project every season.
Lazio doesn't have more money than us. They're not rich. They don't have a lot of money. So what are they?
We wasted our money during the Fasone Mirabelli era. They set us back another 2 years. We would have been in that spot of the higher, like the Atalanta area, if the Fasone Mirabelli era went the way it properly should have. We would have been 5th, fighting for 4th, maybe 4th. Just, you know what I mean? We would have been there by now. But it literally reset us another 2 years, which we literally couldn't have afforded. But here we are.
Did we spend $250 million? Right?
Yeah, that was bad.
Yeah.
That was insane.
You can't just spend $250 million.
And
then spend it on not good guys.
Like that rule that 5 yellow cards equals a suspension. I think it's stupid a bit, to be honest.
It has its benefits.
What do you think?
It just tells play. It basically it's like the exact same thing as to how they I don't know if you guys are aware with it, like how they start officiating NBA games. Like they just want as little basically like potential of like a scrap or anything. They just want to minimize all the injuries, because at the end of the day, it's all about money.
Yeah.
If say for example, you get a yellow card, you go in for a brutal challenge, you get a yellow card, red card, and you injure a top guy, like there are so many repercussions for that, but not just from that team, it's from the whole league.
I know, but the issue is that there's so many cheap yellows that come out like for example, I don't think it was cheap. I think it was paid off. But the first leg against Juve for us, we had 3 guys they all got cheap yellows to get suspended for the second leg. And it's like I wish there was, like, for VAR, you can't go for yellows, right? Just for reds. Like if you give a yellow, you can't.
Well, that stupid rule. So Zlatan got a yellow 2011, and then he goes to PSG for all those years. LA Galaxy comes back, gets another yellow.
Oh my god, that was so bad.
Yeah, like come on, like a rule like that needs to be changed.
You got a yellow card in 2011.
9 years later. 9 years later.
It carries over to 20.
It's ridiculous to have a rule like that. It's existing and it's just ruining like just how games are being played out. Because if we had Zlatan against Juve, who knows what would have happened? Maybe no red card, right? And then the game would have been different.
I mean, we played better than Juve without Zlatan, and we played with 10 men for both games, for half the game for both games. We played better than them. So I don't know. Again, like I said, obviously Milan, there's a lot of things wrong. The project is a new project every year, and that's my thing. Like you bring in Pioli, right? And it's like, okay, new project with Rangnick, and then what? When he fails, new project next summer, new project with who? With Spalletti.
No, you just go support Monza after.
Isn't Monza coming to City? They're on their way to Serie A, no?
They're gonna Serie B this year.
But I think they're gonna go to Serie A next year. I think
they will. They're way too professional for a Serie C team. They have Berlusconi, who's the most winningest president of all time.
Yeah, he is.
They have Galliani, who knows what he's doing. They have a good coach in Barocchi as well.
Barocchi's a good coach, especially for Serie C.
He was a steal. He just went there as a personal favor for the 2 guys that basically launched his career.
He grew his hair out. It's kind of weird.
And it's gonna be nice because the Milan will send down Maldini.
Yeah,
he'll get some minutes on the Serie B team, and he knows that Berlusconi is gonna treat him like the godchild.
I'm not sure what's gonna happen. It sounds good. Like it sounds that's what they should do, but like. Yeah, that pissed me off when Maldini didn't get in against Lecce. That pissed me off.
Yeah, he was needed in there.
He should have got it. It was 4-1. Just give the kid
Like,
the
yeah,
minute.
we were talking about it last week. How like they just like you're up that amount, just throw some guys in. You have what 5? Yeah, 5
Yeah,
substitutions
isn't it hilarious that Colombo came on for like 2 minutes against
against
Juve?
Juve.
He didn't even touch the ball, and he gets a contract extension. I was like, what?
Yeah, yeah, but like I don't know why Pioli then puts on Lucas Villa against Lecce. Like,
Yeah,
come on.
Lucas Villa might be one of Milan's worst transfers of all time.
Like I understand why they bought him. You know,
No, I
they're
get
trying to
it.
get a leader in the midfield
Yeah.
to
He's
basically
old
like
and-
have
old and-
Kessie under his wing and have all those guys under his wing, but like it didn't work out.
He got so injured though. Like he was so injury prone.
He did. I remember his first game back against Spal when he hit that beautiful free kick.
That was beautiful.
Weak foot too with his left.
That
I
was-
remember watching that game at my university residence, and I was like, "Why? Why? Just why? Why are you lining up on your left foot?" And he scored, and I was like, "Wow!"
Wait,
I like
was it-
choked on my pasta.
Wait, was
while
it?
watching that game?
I think it was Empoli, wasn't it?
Empoli or Spal, one of the two.
Empoli, yeah. You know why? Because he tied 1-1 after getting 25 shots on net. I remember the match. It was during I was at school watching it. I remember that. So
No,
yeah.
I'm sure. I think they won that game 2-0.
Yeah, I think we won 2-1.
Yeah, 2-1 or 2-0. No, I think it was against Spal. Let me just go. make sure.
Oh no! Wait, no, I don't remember this game. Wait,
We'll look it up. We'll look up. Yeah.
was it?
Just looking.
Yeah, against Spal, Villa scored when Cutrone scored 2 as well. It was like 4-1 or 4-0 or something. Is that what you talking about?
Let's go take a deep dive into the archives.
I like looking at the archives because it's so bad. We're so bad. It's tough
Let's
because
see.
the kids watching calcio now or football in general, they don't consider Milan. Like if you ask a kid like playing soccer on the street, like who are the top 5 like top 10 teams in the world, right? They'd be like, oh, like Real Madrid, Barcelona, Juventus.
Yes, it was the. I'm pretty sure it was the 4-0 victory, February 10th, 2018.
Cutrone scored
Just
2,
make
and
sure.
I think Borini scored as well.
Lord Bruni?
No, it wasn't.
What do you mean?
Curl the ball. No, that wasn't the game. Because this
Okay,
will
well,
be a score.
Here, look, Lucas Villa scored 2 free kicks for us. One was against Empoli, and the other one was no, not against Empoli. He scored that goal. He scored a goal against Empoli with his left foot top corner. But his other goal was it was a Hellas Verona free kick he scored, which he won 2-1.
Okay, then I'm talking about the one he scored against Empoli, the one where he weak foot put it that top left corner. Yeah.
The left foot, yeah, top corner. We tied that game 1-1.
Okay. For some reason, I thought it was Spad.
Yeah, that was a discussion. Oh, okay. Zlatan Ibrahimovic trained today and will be called for the Spal match, according to Thomas Roffi. He's Milan new. Oh, Antonio Vitiello. Ascolto tutta la discussione in gruppo sarà and will be called up against Spal.
Okay.
So
Let's see if we get our wish granted. I'm sure it's not just us. I'm sure so many Milan fans just want to see him on that bench.
He said that whatever 4-2-3-1 with a couple changes. Calabria.
Yeah, Pioli was saying he's gonna make a big.
Yeah. So Calabria for Conti, that's a downgrade automatically. Calabria is playing. Oh, Luis Alberto and oh my God, Immobile. That was awful, Immobile. He had to score that. Luis Alberto is so good. Like, why can't we get a player like that?
Milan doesn't want any Spanish or Brazilian midfielders. Like those are the creators typically.
I know.
Think that.
Yeah.
Like,
it's like the fantasy. The fantasy.
Yeah. They're the jollies. They're the cracks.
Exactly. So, and it says that, and Paquetá for Bonaventura. I think Bonaventura is kind of finished, I'm going to be honest.
No, like, I remember I was just reading Milan Twitter that day, and a lot of people were saying, I hate admitting it. Like, it hurts me to say this.
I have 2 Bonaventura jerseys. Like, I love the guy, but I think he's it's just kind of like his hairline as well. His hairline's going, and so is...
he's turning into Allegri.
Well, yeah. But you know what? Again, Bonaventura, he's leaving basically for sure, right? Like he's going somewhere else. I think he'd be a class player for a Torino or something. Like he'd be really good for them. Even, you know what? I'd like him to go back to Atalanta. Go back there. Play there. Be a utility guy there, you know? I feel like he'd be good like playing with like where Pasalic plays or something like that.
Yeah,
Isn't that another player? Pasalic, who was decent for Milan, but like
he was good.
we didn't friggin' we had the
Hey, he scored the
penalty.
penalty shot, the game-winning one.
That
Gave us a title
for us.
Yeah, exactly. But and it looks like Pioli. Well, Antonio Vitiello says that he could put Salamakers in for Castillejo. I'd give Salamakers a chance. Give him a first half. If he's garbage, put Castillejo in. No problem.
I just saw okay. Then again, I'm just telling everyone listening to this podcast, I didn't watch until the 75th minute, but I read that as soon as that double substitution came in with Paquetá and Salamakers, was done. The game completely changed.
Yeah.
So I think Salamakers, if what I read was true, I think he deserves a shot at that right midfielder role.
Yeah.
And he'll probably tuck back in a little more defensively because he'll be out of role on paper. But yeah, it would be nice to see what can happen if you put pace on that right side.
The few times Salamakers went in was at right back. I just don't think he's a right back. I don't think he's a natural right back at all.
Yeah, he's a modern day wing back right midfielder.
Honestly, for $3 million, it's not, again, like we said, it's not risky at all to keep him around.
He's kind of he's an out of position guy, like how Laxalt and Hakimi are. You don't really have a position for them. They're not defenders, they're not wingers.
It's good depth to have. He's still young. He's young too. He's super young.
Exactly.
So guys, I'm hearing some news right now. Zlatan's being called up for the game tomorrow.
Hey, Mark, we just said that.
Oh, my apologies, guys.
We were just talking about
one second. That's what happens. I miss so much.
What the heck is going on over there? You drunk or what? We just talked about that.
Yeah, but no, I have to say, just seeing that right now, I'm that's a good sign. Like we spoke about before, even if he gets 20, 30 minutes, I think that's going to be good.
Yeah. Honestly, it also depends on what the game's like, right? It depends on what happens. If it's 0-0, you got to put him in early.
If it's 2-0, already in the 65th minute or something like that, I would see why Pioli would not risk.
I feel like it's still good to put him in even for 20 minutes just to get some time, Oh crap! Okay, so this Football Kareem on Twitter, really good account. He posted
very good account. I love his comps.
He just tweeted, "Oh my god!" Basically, almost half of Lazio's starting 11 right now are on 4 yellow cards.
Yes. I remember last game I was watching it. The commentator did say that a lot of guys could miss the game Saturday.
If Luis Alberto gets booked, he misses. If Acerbi gets booked, he misses. If Caicedo gets booked, he misses. If Lazzari gets booked, he misses.
Oh, okay. I don't know why I'm not watching this and cheering for Torino and all the yellow cards in the world.
This game.
I want
you early.
They already got one. It'd be nice if Acerbi did, because Acerbi's good. So Acerbi. Oh, Parolo, is that a yellow card?
It looks like he got him.
Let's give the whole team yellow cards.
You'd have to think, if Lazio lose this game, how demoralized they would be.
They're done.
It's good night.
Well,
it's still Juventus. What we've seen in the past, 8 years? That team is just the individual players that they have. On
paper, it's just a team that deserves to be up there with the greatest football squads of the last decade.
Unless Juve dropped the points today against Genoa.
Nah, I don't think so. Genoa suck. I've seen the past couple of games from Genoa. They just look lost out there.
Well, yeah, they don't really have. But they have Iago Falque and Antonio Sanabria and Pinamonti, but they tied Brescia 2-2.
After Gasperini left, that identity Genoa owned, it went out the window.
They have Davide Nicola right now. He's the coach. I feel like a team like Genoa is a revolving door of coaches. Literally, they have at least 2 coaches per year.
Yeah,
literally, it's Belotti. Get a yellow, Acerbi. Get a yellow.
Oh no.
Yeah. So imagine. Yeah. You know what though? Like we said earlier, when we played Lazio last year and Correa scored 90 minutes, we had a whole team suspended and hurt.
Yeah, exactly. We were playing our Best of B teams that day.
I remember that. So you know what? Kind of repaid. Oh God. Oh yeah. So imagine he's literally they're all at risk. Alberto, Acerbi, Caicedo, Lazzari. That's crazy.
Question: would you guys keep Krunic on the team or just get rid of him?
Good depth. You gotta have.
Good.
You gotta have some depth. He's a good player. He's a decent player.
Yeah. Just in case Kessie gets injured for whatever reason, you got Krunic just in case if he even comes in for a few minutes.
Yeah.
But I think even last week we mentioned like Laxalt, get rid of him, Belia, those type of guys. We don't need those guys.
Well, I mean, it's a lot of dead weight, right? Like,
Yeah. See, like the thing is, I'm sure, like when I'm saying this, like I'm also like saying this on behalf of like many fans that are sharing the same opinion. It's like Krunic is still looked on like as a prospect. It's like you can see like there is some potential, but like you don't really know until like you actually put him in a game, put him in a couple games, and see what it does. Like against with Empoli, he was pretty good.
He was good. He scored goals. He could score a goal. Like that's what we need. We need a midfielder who's like a little bit dangerous around the ball, like in around.
What did he end up having? 8 and 6 or 6 and 8 by the end of the season?
Something like that. Exactly. So like, you need guys like problem with Kessie, and Kessie's been absolutely fantastic to see.
He can't score.
Oh, he was on a breakaway. Immobile. He missed. Oh my God.
Crossbar up top.
Oh, thank God I don't have him as my captain for Fanta Calcio.
That's so bad. I think I have Immobile too. That's a good ball from Milinkovic. Like the way Lazio plays, man, it's just so open. Like I wish we did that. Like,
well, I was just saying, guys. Like I was watching Atalanta versus what was it over the weekend?
Lazio.
No, they play Udinese.
Udinese, yes.
Let me just tell you how they were playing, which is unreal. They were down. Lasagna had 2 nice goals. Lasagna scored at the end, though. It was already over. But let me just say, Muriel coming off. Did he start? Let me actually. I don't know if he started.
No, he started. He started that. Muriel was gross. He was so good.
Yeah, no, Muriel came off the bench that game.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Oh, because his 2 goals, he actually could have had a third too, a volley outside of the box. I don't think I've seen a player score 2 nicer goals than what he scored in one game.
But just the way that they were playing, Zapata, that first goal, that Gomez over the chip ball to Zapata, he settled it perfectly, and then just boom, turned and scored.
Oh, look at Lazio, man. The way they're playing right now, Milinkovic, they'll find a way to get back into this game because they know how to score goals. Like with Milan, we don't know how to score goals. So like even like on Rebic's goal against Roma. You see how long it took us to score? Cassie did a scissor kick, good save. Rebic has a wide open net, shoots it right at Mirante or whatever. I think it was Smalling who blocked it, and then he takes another shot. And he almost missed. He almost put it too high.
Yeah,
it was like I was watching. I'm like, yeah. Finally, like, come on, you got to score. And then, honestly, I thought it was going to snow the next day. I thought it was going to snow the next day because Milan got a rigore. But I think that was rigore giusto. I think.
Yeah.
Hey, Mike, are you still alive over there or what?
Yeah, no, I'm flipping back and forth. I was just checking the stuff with the Lazio stuff.
Oh, what's going on? What do you think about all this?
I don't know, man. We'll see. I think the Lazio game on Saturday is gonna be like the big indicator because if we can beat them, whether they're all suspended or not, it's gonna be a real big boost and like motivator for us. So we'll be going into the next games like high confidence. But if we've already struggled with Lazio and stuff, then like the whole morale flips, right? Because then you're like, oh shit, we still have to play Juve and Napoli, right? So
yeah,
I feel like that Lazio game is a good indicator and jump starter for attacking the rest of the games that are left.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
You said that Romagnoli's at risk tomorrow. He's got 4 yellow cards, Romagnoli.
Oh, that's not good then.
So what? So if he gets suspended, it's going to be a Kier Gabbia pairing? Hey, do you guys think?
I don't think we've seen like really enough to make like a valid opinion on him.
He had a couple decent appearances though.
Like he did the Coppa Italia matches. He did well when he came on.
But you have to admit though. Obviously, you're not professionals, but as a defender, it's tough to get subbed into a game. It's tough.
Oh yeah.
You're not physically like mentally prepared. You know what I mean? Like you're not as prepared as you should be.
Oh, absolutely not.
Like especially when a guy gets hurt and you have to get up and run around for 2 minutes and then go in. You know what I mean? Like very quick. It's hard to settle in. So like you just kind of like when you play for that. That's why you rarely see a center back get subbed out. They usually play 90 minutes all the time. right? So
Exactly. Yeah, you only see him being subbed in for parking the bus in like the 85th plus minute.
yeah. So you know what? We'll end off with one last thing. We'll end off. We'll go with some score predictions. So tomorrow against Spal, let's go with the predictions. See who gets it right. You can go with the score and then maybe a couple goal scorers for either team. Mike, go ahead first.
I say Milan win 2-1, and I say Rebic continues his form. And I'm going to go on a limb with this one, and I'm also going to say Teo scores as well. So 2-1 Milan tomorrow. That's at least I hope. But yeah.
The two best players. What a bold prediction.
Yeah.
For me, I would say go with Mike. I would say 2 goals. I say 2-0 though, but 2 goals from Rebic. I think that guy's gonna have a good game tomorrow.
2 goals from Rebic.
Yeah, I have a feeling. We'll see though. We'll see.
Okay. Umbi, go ahead.
Well, okay. You guys already said 2-1, 2-0. I'm gonna be a little bit more on the optimistic side. I think it's gonna be a 3-0 match.
Wow. Okay.
I'm seeing that. They turned on their engine against Roma the last 15 minutes when it mattered most. I think Spal is a team that you treat the exact same way like Lecce. You score, you try and score early if you can. Then afterwards, when they're all peppered out, you just throw a couple more goals in there. And I think if Lucas Paqueta starts from the first minute, I think he gets a goal and an assist to a Leao goal.
Are you crazy? Paqueta's too slow to score. He's too slow.
No.
Yeah, when he gets
if he's playing in his position, if he's playing right behind the.
When he gets the ball, it's like slow motion. It's actually slow motion.
I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. I think defenders just because of his identity. I think when he gets the ball in the offensive area, I think people look at him and say, "Shit, what's he?"
Caicedo yellow card, guys.
What's he gonna do next?
Oh my God, Caicedo's missing the next one.
Guys.
Yeah, Caicedo. So who's starting at striker for Lazio?
Wow, this is unbelievable.
Oh my God, he pulled his jersey, yellow card. So they don't have Immobile or Caicedo. There's gonna be
why are they self-employed at this? Why?
This is great news for us, guys. Sadly,
I'm gonna look at their bench. Who? Okay, yeah, there's 3 yellow cards, and now we just need Alberto.
They'll probably play one. They'll probably play out Alberto right behind the striker that they're gonna start, and they'll probably even though that's really not his position.
Yeah, but he's not a prima punta in the slightest.
Absolutely not. Not in the slightest. Not in the largest.
That's advantage us for sure.
Oh, huge.
Yeah, he's quick and everything, but you know what? He's obviously going to drift wide, right? And then Teo has the pace to be there, right? I'm just looking at their bench.
Okay, well, now that we seen all these yellow cards and all these suspensions, going back to the winnable games. Do you consider Lazio a winnable game now? Not winnable. Do you consider it 3 points? Got that game?
I'm not. I think a draw. I think if we a draw wouldn't be a negative result if we did got one.
I don't know because I think a draw could only occur if Milan doesn't score.
Well, that's why I don't have any confidence because we can't score. That's we have issues scoring. I think Lecce has more goals.
No, impossible.
It might be the same. Want to go look? Ready? Watch this. Milan, 34 goals. Lecce, 35 goals. Oh my God, they have more goals than us. See? So we don't score. We don't score goals.
6 of those 34 came in the last 2 games.
Exactly. So how embarrassing is that? And look, so I'll tell you the only teams that have less goals than us, okay? Spal, they're last. Brescia, they're second last place. Sampdoria, they're 1 point of relegation. Genoa's 1 point of relegation, and they have
Sampdoria is 1 point from relegation.
Yeah, so is Genoa.
That hurts my heart, man. I remember watching Cassano and Pazzini just boss that team.
Both sides in Genova are bad right now. Udinese have 23 goals. They scored 20. They don't score a goal a game.
It was all Di Natale for
Like
them.
you look at
honestly,
Cagliari, look at Cagliari. They have 13 more goals than I'd honestly argue they have a more dangerous team than we.
no, well, because Cagliari started off hot. They had Pedro, Nangolan, Giovanni Simeone that were all connected.
Atalanta have 80 goals. We have 34.
Wow, hey, that's when they beat us 5-0.
Oh my god! Like that's actually so. Like even Parma has more goals than us.
Well, I guess it just shows that where we are, 7th place.
No,
defense is solid.
no. But we're not bad defensively.
Defensively, we're the best at. It's just midfield and going forward, scoring.
No, we're not bad. We've only conceded 35. We haven't conceded that many goals. Like all those teams like Lecce, they've conceded 64.
Big difference. I see. That's the thing with us. I love our defense. It shows during games that we can defend well.
We can defend well. We have done last night.
Yeah, if we have to defend, like Milan can go into a game and like not concede a goal.
Yeah, like I'm confident in Roman, especially Romagnoli and Kier with Donnarumma. I'm actually really cheering for an Acerbi yellow card right now. I don't know why. I am actually cheering for. Like, I want Belotti to come in and beat him and then get a yellow. Acerbi out is probably one of the biggest losses. That's their number one center back.
I think that's the biggest. Yeah.
I mean, Alberto too. He's a creator. He gets a yellow card.
If he gets a yellow card, it's that team.
He's kind of a hothead too. So when he gets mad, he's a bit of a hothead.
Just think about it. Rebic against Acerbi. Like Acerbi's going to win all those balls.
Well, I mean, if we do long ball FC, like Mike said, then yeah. But you have to keep it on the ground. But Immobile. But yeah, like it just depends on how we play. We can't. The long balls won't work unless like there's space. Because like Rebic can beat a guy with pace. He can. It's true. But he's a very direct player. But I have actually enjoyed Rafael Leao when he came on. I feel like he should get more of a look.
Yeah, I've noticed. I don't know if you guys have, but just like watching teams lately with 3-man defenses, long balls don't really work against them.
Belotti. Oh, that was a beautiful. Belotti's so good. I want Belotti.
I think maybe to do that long ball is a bit difficult, especially with us. It doesn't work out either way. But sometimes you usually see that. Like a team like sometimes Atalanta, if they do 3 in the back, or Lazio
it's so hard to with 3 guys at the back, with 3 guys that never move from their central positions, and you got the wing backs coming in for support. So hard to beat them on aerial duels and on long balls.
Like Inter does 3 in the back. Lazio sometimes do it.
It's actually crazy how many holes Lazio open up with their where they play the ball. And then you watch Milan, it's like watching Shinny pick up. Well, no, actually Pioli ball is like Pep Guardiola prime, but
because they're both bald, huh? That's the only correlation I see.
Bald fraud, but the bald fraud. I remember there was an Irish newspaper that actually posted an article. Is Pep Guardiola a bald fraud? They actually said that.
Of course, and why would I expect that only in England?
It was in Ireland, I think. Ireland. There's an
Ireland, England, UK, whatever.
Yeah. So look, I was tweeting freaking Caicedo missed the game. What missed the game? Everyone's like, "Yep, next a champion, Luis Alberto, go, Belotti, no, oh, I wish he would have tackled there. No, I got the ball. Belotti's hurt.
Whistle, but I think listen, guys, we got a lot to talk about in the future because we got big fixtures coming up. But the next 2 days, tomorrow, Saturday, massive. So. We'll see what happens. I think.
Okay, here, one more question before we end off. Okay. Hey, one word. You only have one word to describe Hakan Çalhanoğlu potential contract renewal. One word.
I don't want to say it. I don't want to say my one word.
My opinion, top. That's my word. Top.
Top. Oh man, I would say. Nightmare. That's it.
What? Oh, okay. Mike?
Don't.
Yeah, see? I'm with Mike. Me and Mike, something with Paquetá I can't stand. Çalhanoğlu I can't stand. I want those guys out. I'll be honest. But
for me, it's top. Oh my God. N'Koulou just totally – wow. N'Koulou actually grabbed Immobile's shirt and he went down. And Immobile had a breakaway. And they called it against Immobile.
Yeah, that was not a foul.
Competent. How could you be I saw that on the TV here. Like, how could you not see that?
Well, it's like Gabia, the penalty against Lecce. Like the guy
Yeah,
fell
come
into
on.
Gabia.
That was
Gabia
a disaster. That wasn't even that close. The guy like fell into him.
Like that was like I don't know how that was such a terrible call.
Yeah, but it's Milan. That's what happens. Anything that's 50-50, we're always in the losing.
Hey! But did you see that recent tweet by that Juve fan that in the last 10 years Milan have been awarded the most penalties?
Oh, we had no. We're like fourth or something, I think.
In the last 10 years, it's Milan, man. Milan pay the refs.
Yeah. I don't
According to you, fans, Milan pay the refs.
I don't know.
Check their calculations. The calculations are always wrong anyways because they always +2 everything.
Yeah, but you know what? Paying the refs, not paying the refs, if that brings in titles, that brings in players, you know what? So what?
Honestly, no, dude. But I don't think that's okay. Tell me something. We have not led Serie A in penalties in the last 5 years, guaranteed. That's half a decade. So how many penalties could we possibly have gone in the first? I don't think that's a true stat. We got the most penalties because the last 3 years, have you gotten a total of 8 in the last 3 years?
In the last 5 years, I think Milan still outpaces Juve.
No way. I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
I
think we'll bring in the stat for the next podcast.
95% certain.
Mike's gonna bring the stats, guys. So we'll find out.
Okay, good. We have a stats guy for next time. Perfect.
Yeah, we have a stats guy. Okay, we'll end it off here. You know, we always kind of aim for 40 minutes, but you know what? It's not even a point.
What did this one go to?
Over an hour. It's not even a point.
Oh my god, it's the exact same as last. See, because the thing is, like, we talk about one thing, and that just branches off to so many more things.
Well, I mean, in a podcast, you have to have fun, right? You don't want to be all like, you don't want to be all strict and everything. You just kind of want to be.
No one listens to structured podcasts.
No, it's boring. You want to hear guys.
That's why Joe Rogan got his huge contract.
Joe Rogan's great
from Spotify.
You want to hear guys have personality too. You don't want to have like, okay, we're gonna talk about this for 2 minutes.
You don't want to hear robots.
No, it's too boring after. You need some like pizzazz, I guess.
This isn't the New York Times podcast. So this isn't the World Health Organization podcast. This is a bunch of buddies just like teaming up and talking about the soccer game they just watched and give their personal opinions.
We lost. Yeah.
If there was a show during me, like actually watching the game, the Milan.
I would admit, I would
be insane, guys. Like,
sure.
Go for itself.
All the spasms. What the?
Realistically, if we all are set like at the same time, and we did this and we did it live, we can really do a watch along live, and it'd be absolutely hilarious.
Oh, it's gonna be hilarious.
That would be honestly. I think it's on the bucket list for this summer before the season ends.
Yeah, we'll go.
I don't know if I want to. Actually, no. Maybe against like a Juve or something, that'd be funny. Because then every time the ref rigs the game, we can just kind of talk about
You're
it.
Gonna see me break down. It's gonna be hilarious.
The casual Juve Merda chance, just like every 5 minutes. Yeah, that'd be fun.
Well, yeah, we'll organize something for next time, guys. We'll figure it out.
For sure. Okay.
But you know what? We'll do another one soon, and we'll look forward to these next games coming up. And like always, Forza Milan, thank you guys for everything. And
Forza Milan, Juve Merda.
Yeah.
Close.
So, guys, you know, for those who listened, Milan-Guys Savage almost scored. For those who listened today, thank you so much for listening. And again, anything you guys want to hear us talk about or anything like that, don't be afraid to send us a DM. There's a tweet, whatever. We're open. Again, we're not trying to be like all structured and boring and stuff like that. We just want to chat.
No, that'd be cool if like we get questions from the fans, like we could like that could actually be like a segment.
That's what we used to do. We used to do a couple of years ago.
That's
but
nice.
Yeah,
get their interactions. Like if like we're missing out on something, like I'd rather like someone listening to the podcast tell us rather than someone just like that doesn't listen to us. Like, yo, be a household name.
Exactly. So, guys, thank you so much for listening, and of course, you know, subscribe to us, drop a like, sub to us on Apple. We're everywhere: Apple Podcasts, Google Play, basically anything you have, computer, phone, you can listen to the podcast. So we made it accessible for everybody. So thanks for listening, guys. And again, we're gonna try to make it weekly. So we'll be back next week, midweek sometime, maybe after the last. I mean, we have 2 games, so we'll have 2 games to chat about next week. We'll have
of course.
Maybe we'll do.
Oh, that'll be a long podcast.
I'm planning on doing. I think the fans would probably like that too. After the day before the Juve game, maybe we can even do like right after the Juve game. So that's 3 games to talk about. That's 3 games to talk about. So, okay, guys, thanks for coming in. It was always fun. We're going to start the broadcast now. So thanks for listening,
All right.
guys. We'll
Ciao,
see you
ciao.
next
Grazie.
time. Ciao.
Grazie. Ciao.